So next week, no camera. Camera in the bathroom only.
And then I've got all of Sunday off. You work so hard as a photographer, or at least I assume most photographers listening are working so hard, especially those that are maintaining a full-time job and doing photography as a part-time job. But certainly the ones that are working full-time as photographers, we're all working super, super hard.
Stressing me out, and oftentimes, at least for me, I find that I'm a product of my environment in the sense that when I look around, both virtually on my computer and my hard drives, on whatever's happening on my desktop, but also just physically around my office, what's happening around me. And oftentimes, so something I did over the past week was just take some intentional time to sit down and say, let's kind of tidy up my footprint, my digital footprint, my lifestyle, everything that's happening. And I just cleaned up paperwork. I printed receipts that I've been meaning to print out. I cleaned up my inbox that had been sort of becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And I looked at on my desktop on my computer and said, what are some files that I don't need here anymore? Let's clean up my computer. Let's run an antivirus scan. Let's get my 2016 hard drive ready and all set up so that come 2016 I'm ready for it. I had some folders sitting around that just every time I'd walk by them,
And your policies, but you also have to really dig and get the information of clients. So I think typically in October, that's when you should be asking every time you take an order, is this required for Christmas? Like even if you only take 2 weeks to turn something around or 3 weeks to turn something around, it's always a good idea to ask once you get into that season.
Yeah.
Is this something that you'll be giving as a Christmas gift? And you want to make sure that those things get done first and get done in plenty of time.
Yep.
People don't want to be disappointed, especially if they're
to look at recalculating. I say that because we actually started this whole conversation off air about talking about we've got a lot of users that are transitioning into Sprout Studio, and this isn't going to be all about Sprout Studio, but we've got a lot of users that are now getting into Sprout Studio and getting their business set up and getting their email template set up and their pricing and all this. And I think something that I did when I first got myself into Sprout Studio, which was a few months back, is I said, I'm not going to copy anything over. I'm not going to go and grab my email templates from my other system. I'm not going to go and grab all my payment schedules. I'm actually going to kind of start fresh with Sprout Studio. Now, that was a lot of work, and I'm not saying that everyone wants to do it that way, but maybe look at something like a new start, like using Sprout Studio or like January, for example, as a good excuse to